Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that.
Well, as you may be aware, there's always been that back and forth between the UPND government and elements of the Catholic Church, or what is referred to as the Catholic bishops. So there's this headline that is in the mass newspaper that says, scatter the bishops, State House schemes to divide and weaken Catholic bishops. So obviously there's one faction that supports the current government, another faction that is very confrontational, you would say. And then the Archbishop of Lusaka, that's Bishop Banda, is part of that antagonistic element. But then again, if you see the image on screen there, the president was at one of the army cadets ceremonies. It should have been in Kawe. That was happening over the weekend, if not earlier than that. And then you can see the man in the front seat that has been zoomed in. People have been brought up this conversation again. It's a conversation that was predominantly just when the president had taken over office. That's when in 2021. To say, has that person been made the official bodyguard? People are saying, no, it's a bodyguard from Beijing and things like that. And since then, the conversation died down. It never came up. But it seems like it has come to a fore again. The Patriotic Front put up the same image, as you can see. That was in the mass newspaper, and then they put up the same image of the man there. And then the Patriotic Front say, stranger manning the president, president's security. So, and then Peter Mwene responds to say, I think the man really ruined your evil plans against the president, and he's giving you sleepless nights. Because this is the conversation that honestly is not necessary at this point. Because I'm pretty sure he's been officially appointed in the government system of some sort for him to be accompanying the president at this point. And he's been with the president for a while. If you do follow back during President Hakainde Hichilema's opposition days, even the time that he was arrested for those treason charges, I think this man was also arrested. He was part of the people that was arrested with President Hakainde Hichilema, then in opposition. So you don't expect him to just go away just because the opposition are questioning whether he's part of the presidential security. That's why that person there, Pateo Mwene, has asked to say, I mean, what's your issue with this? If the president has no issue with him, with him. So honestly, this is an unnecessary conversation. But anyway, it's politics at the end of the day. You expect that. But Tasila Lungu has been making news. It seems like she's hit the ground running with a lot of activity in her constituency, Chawama constituency. And then now she's currently on a national duty from Parliament. But then again, there was a list that she circulated, which they allege came from the UPND targets. So according to which this list was shared both by Mao Sampa and then Tasila Lungu, they alleged to say this is the list that the UPND is using. So according to Tasila's post, and also according to Mao Sampa's post, they allege this is from the UPND, and they say UPND targets. And then on the top of the list there, you say Tutu Angulube late, and then Edith Nawakwi late, and then Edgar Chagalungu and wife, and then they just put dots there. What's happening? As you can see, Edgar Lungu's wife is in court with a number of issues, and then they just type in, and then GBM is in prison and also sick. Chimbakambwiri on bail and sick, Bomanu Sambo in prison, Ronald Chitotera in prison, Nixon Chilangwa in prison, Chitotera's brother in prison, those two brothers there, Kalimi, ex-mayor in prison, Nia Zulu in prison, J Banda, Emmanuel J Banda in exile, Emmanuel Mwamba in exile, Chief Hetayari in exile, Binwe Ompundu wanted, that's the Nkana member of parliament, Mao Sampa wanted, Tasila Lungu wanted, Mbonga wanted, Fred Membe wanted, Sean Tembe wanted, Kasonde Mwenda wanted, Waimi wanted, and is also in exile allegedly, and then many more. So once she came across this as according to what she said, she put up this post. So according to Tasila Lungu, she said, family, this is the caption with that particular UPND target list, the alleged one. She says, family, I've been made aware of this list that has been circulating widely. I am currently away on parliamentary duties and encourage all our councillors and community members to stay positive and continue working to serve our people. Have a blessed week ahead. Tasila Lungu Mwansa. She signs it off. So she says she's been made aware of the list she's appearing on the hit list, what is alleged to the United Party for National Development target list. So she says she just came across it and then she's aware of it and then she moves on. What else is in the news? And then in the mass newspaper, say ask God to fire them. If your leaders have abandoned you, pray for their removal, Father Waria. So probably that's another priest that's another priest on the other side of the tangent there. And then that's Tasila Lungu, then National Assembly constituency. That's Shawama, Tasila Lungu, and then you see this is in the Magnet newspaper. What kind of alliance is this? UPND benefiting alone, NDC. Now one would ask, which version of the NDC is this? Because there is an NDC that's in the alliance, and then there's an NDC that is also led by Savoy Mboyera. That is not part of the alliance. I think it should be in the UKA alliance. So this particular NDC statement is left hanging because they should have clarified where that is coming from. And then as you can see, Mao Sampa shared the same lists again, the one that was shared by Tasila Lungu. And then his caption says, interesting list, and then he laughs it out loud. I can't remember such a list existing, or such a list existed during the MMD or PF regime. The country is now being led into unprecedented, very dangerous waters. It is how Adolf Hitler started the Holocaust, but all that misled and encouraged and cheered him disappeared when he needed it the most and was left alone to deal with the consequences. So that's Mao Sampa's caption there with that alleged list. What is, as you remember, James Ndambo should have been coming in the country over the weekend. He was scheduled to come in the country, but a statement was issued to say he had been denied entry, and then the government has responded with what Emmanuel Mwamba's caption there said: government denies blocking James Ndambo from entering Zambia. We want all those that are behind the dissemination of false information to serve a specific interest. A violation of the law and individual engaging in such activities will face the legal consequences. The Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security says reports alleging that it's blocking South African-based Zambian businessman James Ndambo from entering the country are false. Ministry Principal Public Relations Officer Mwala Kalaluka says there is no reason for government to prevent Mr. Ndambo entering into Zambia. In an interview with ZNBC News, Mr. Kalaluka said only the Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security is authorized to issue official statements regarding to the entry or exit of individuals or citizens. He warned that dissemination of false information to serve specific interests is a violation of the law, and individuals engaging in such activities will face the legal consequences. So simply government clarifying to say they had not blocked James Ndambo. So whatever press statements that had come alleging to say government was blocking Mr. Ndambo from entering the country, all those are false. Any communication with regard to that can only come from the Ministry of Home Affairs there. So that's a clarity from government with regard to that particular. But Chiluba's son has been trending the last 48 hours. So the late President Frederick Titus Chiluba, FTJ, as a number of sons. And then this one has been trending. So Emmanuel Wamba put up a post that he had written in 2023. So in 2023, I wrote this. I've just noticed that Darlington Chiluba, one of the sons of the Zambia's second president, Frederick Chiluba, is increasingly looking like him as he grows into a man. Mr. Chiluba had sons Tito, Miko, Castro, Chongo, and Kaindu. Fred and Darlington. So Darlington is the individual you see on screen there. And then he also had Helen, Hilda, and Veronica as his children there. So he needs to say. So people are saying, is this the candidate that the PF are trying to flaunt for 2026 as a possible candidate? And they trying to market him. So people are just, there's a video, I think he did an advert for EcoBank. And then he speaks from, there are a lot of similarities between him and the late president. So people are like, hey, him for president. People are floating their names as his running mate. But yeah, so it seems to be like a possible candidate, or if he has interest to enter politics, it seems like the political landscape is ready for him. And then UPND put up this post. I'm very happy we had a successful meeting with Honorable Mweto, our Chief Government Spokesperson. We discussed various issues of national importance. Bishop Nsupu, so that's a Catholic bishop that met up with the Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mweto there. And what is Bomanu Sambo was in Kabwe to earlier on today. These are images from his court session there. And then you can see some of the media personalities there. So according to Smart Eagle says, Justin Kabwe Magistrate Court has adjourned the matter in which former Kabushi Member of Parliament, Honorable Bomanu Sambo, and PF Central Province, Patriotic Front Central Province Chairperson Billy Shamba and 3 others are accused of conducting an unlawful assembly in Kabwe in 2023. Honorable Sambo remains incarcerated at Mwembeshi Correctional Facility. So that's the situation of Bomanu Sambo, and those are images from court earlier on. What is government clarifies? The GBM is admitted at Mainasoko Medical Center, and Mr. Charles Changano, lawyer of Honorable Geoffrey Mwaliamwamba, GBM, says he is admitted to Mainasoko Medical Center where he is receiving medical treatment. And then he says pretty much GBM is doing fine, but yeah, he's being attended to at Mainasoko there. What is jailed former Lumezi Member of Parliament, Munia Zulu, has applied for bail pending hearing on the of appeal against his 1-year jail term imposed on him. So that's the situation with regard to Munia Zulu. What is the Sata family, the bereavement? So there's some Patriotic Front President Michael Sata's nephew, Nobel Sata, put to rest. So those are images from the funeral that was earlier on today. Zesco to lose over $28 million in Democratic Republic of Congo energy deal. That's in the Daily Liberation. PF provocative says UPND. That's in the Sunday Nation. News diggers. I have an agenda to double the economy if I'm given a second term. Hakainde Ichilema. So that's the president's statement there. So says if he's re-elected, he's going to double the economy of Zambia. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.